Last summer, when we had both, Amanda had just finished her PhD and got accepted here at the college.
I did.
And so it was a time where, both as academics were finally stable. We took our first trip together because we didn't have money when we got married because of the honey, because she was still doing her doctorate, and I was supporting everybody by working. But anyway, we had enough money then, and we went
we really don't have to bring up the fact that, I had no income coming in.
Well, I was just saying that's just where we were.
I think I supported you emotionally just fine.
Yeah, you completely did. I'm just saying at that point that's where we were.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Transylvania, to Romania, to see Stoker's Castle, which is actually going to be sold by a private guy. And gosh, if we had the money to get it from this individual guy,
we would. In a heartbeat.
It's fantastic. There's so
who
much
wouldn't want?
We spent the entire summer in this great little village where Dracula's rumored to have stayed doing research. And we spent the whole summer.
And we went out that night. We went out at night on a real vampire hunt.
It was fantastic.
It was wonderful.
There were a lot of locals, and we didn't speak Romanian very well, but it's a lot like French and Latin. And I did Latin, and Amanda did French.
There was a manner of confusion. But by the end of the night, we were being chased.
I think it was because the direct object of the sentences, we put it in the wrong place.
Maybe.
And it made the action switch around. And so they were coming after us.
Assuming that, it started as a vampire hunt, but we ended up being hunted. It was very odd.
And it was at that point we kind of took that as a cue for us to leave.
Yes.
We weren't very comfortable.
Yeah, being
but this
chased
is, when
with
everything
stakes,
with Iraq was going out.
Oh, that's right.
And they were maybe being anti-American, but we don't know. Maybe it's something we said, not knowing the culture. But it was really, really wonderful.
Well,
we had the best time of our lives there.
Yeah, it probably had something to do with my goblets filled with blood. I think they got the wrong impression.
We tried to explain, that we're academics and doing research, and then they weren't very comfortable with lesbianism either.
Yeah, and when we mentioned the blood orgy, it was just over.
Yeah, but we were trying to talk about, it was in this Pulp Fiction novel we were reading.
Exactly.
And they were making this comment about one of the archways in the castle. We said, they mentioned that in this Pulp Fiction novel. We were trying to talk about that, but I think somewhere things just got lost in translation.
It's just commoners are so ignorant.
Yeah.
Really, when it comes down to it.
When it comes down to it,
they're afraid of what they don't know.
And they've never even been to university.
Yes. How can they say anything about anything at all? It's really ridiculous.
I guess they know how to grow
just because you carry a cape, just because you have a goblet filled with blood,
and just because you happen to know a lot about vampires,
it doesn't make you a vampire. It doesn't mean anything. It's not, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a vampire. It's just like saying, oh, I'm pale, so I must be the undead.
Yeah. And the fact that, we're not really day people. We like to sleep in.
Exactly.
We have all of our classes scheduled to begin, at 12, and most of our classes, when we can do it, we do them at night. Because,
that's true.
Like a night class, it's much better to do it 3 hours, one day a week.
The sun is bad for your skin. Why go out during the day?
Always putting cream and stuff on us to be sure. And, they, being the simple folk of Romania that they are, they took all of these, archetypes that are connected with vampires that just happen to coincide with us.
Wild assumptions.
Wild assumptions. And
it's just ignorant.
It could have been me when I
it's so ignorant.
I was trying to translate, let's get the vampires. We really want to hunt. We really want to see what you're doing.
Yes, I remember
I think I might have.
It was awful.
Yeah, because the verb is like ishemai, but I'm not very. Maybe I got it mixed up with another word. I'm not sure.
Overall, I would give the trip maybe an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Definite 8 out of 10.
And we really want to go back.
We do.
But it's kind of hard because, maybe if we go back, we need to change our appearance or something.
Right, they might.
Or not stay in the same village. Maybe we could stay on the other side of the castle, north rather than south.
And also, there were a few mysterious villagers being disappearing during the time we were there, and they made horrible assumptions.
It was just
that we had something to do with the disappearance.
And obviously, we're professors.
And when you carry around goblets of blood, people start disappearing.
And and it's our blood. It's not even like it's a problem.
I know.
And to get that through the airport, Jesus, with all the security. I mean.
And plastic baggies, folks, won't work. If you're carrying your blood through the airport, jars will not work. Plastic baggies.
You have to get a note from the doctor because there's anything that's a biohazard.
Yes.
But it's not really a biohazard because it's our own blood, and well, it's already going through anyway. So what we decided to do is to have for the goblets to fill them up once there instead of trying to carry the stock. And also,
it's really the best way if you can have an extended vacation where you can bleed yourself periodically.
Yes.
That's really the best way to go. It keeps you from fainting, from going through spells of some sort.
But I mean, it's not always the most practical in this day and age with terrorism. So, and people don't understand that the goblets are for this special religious ceremony that we have. And they don't understand that as soon as people see anything about blood, they get freaked out.
Yeah, and when you see
people are very narrow.
When you see one person biting another person,
I mean, people bite all the time in lovemaking, and it's not
normal.
That big a deal.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's normal.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
just the boundaries between pleasure and pain are very narrow, and I think it makes a lot of people uncomfortable that they're not able to deal with that. And they project their discomfort on others.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
But, I recommend our field to anyone.
Yeah. And we have a lot of students that we're cultivating and teaching and trying to welcome them into our academic living.
And we would like to welcome any of you who would like to
Anyone who's interested,
be tutored by us. You can come over any time of night.
Vampire_363 @yahoo.com.
Exactly.
And we're more than happy to be in touch.
We are. Believe me.
To share what we know.